And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Well, hey there. Thank you, Renee. I'm going to take off and talk about the weather here. And I wanted to start with smoke, actually, because it's very clear over the mountains. And I actually had some people on Twitter talking about it just a little bit more here. We are seeing the bulk of our fires in Northern California at this point. Now, I have a friend who lives in Oregon, and I was asking him, we had some big fires in Oregon. Are those, at this point, the major smoke producers? He goes, no, it's really these giant fires in Northern California. And these four collectively, especially the Dixie fire, are still far from containment and collectively have burned 1 million acres with just these four. Now, the smoke is going to continue to be lofted mostly north of Colorado because that's where the upper level wind field remains. So not that there won't occasionally be a little haze around, but even the smoke modeling says, like today through the end of the day, overnight, and then into tomorrow morning, we should have really clean air. If you look at the mountains through the end of the day today and they look a little hazy, that's probably the heat mixing with the atmosphere, producing a little bit of surface ozone. So shouldn't really be smoke. And I mean, even under the heat of lunchtime, it is super clear off to the mountains. The humidity is low, 17%. When you get around 15%, that's when you know things are pretty dry out there. 93 in Puebla. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but it is a steamy day into the Steel City, that is for sure. 93 in Pueblo, 87 in Canyon City. A lot more 90s out east. That low-lying air, that humidity, that dry brown grass is heating the air up really well. It's 85 in Denver. When we look at the algae report, you've been sneezing and runny nose, the watering eyes a little bit this weekend. The pollens have stayed pretty high, kind of compared to where we've been the last few weeks. I don't think we get much for rain today, everybody, but if we were going to see anything, it'd be between 5 to 7 o'clock, maybe a little virga over the Rampart Range, but newer weather modeling is not really putting any of that out there. So as far as rain goes, I tell you what, I'm looking at Thursday is maybe the next day, but it's not a good chance. A lot of this 7 days is just plenty of late August heat, and that leads right up into the state fair, the Colorado State Fair. Pueblo, here we come this Friday. We've got a chance of thunderstorms there on Thursday, the day before, but I didn't think that looked very promising. So it's going to be a toasty stretch of days here in Pueblo, Canyon City.